organisms in the earth are colonized by different species of bacterial organisms. We thank the different creatures that abide in our body because without all of them, we simply would not be what we are. They carry out vital functions such as helping us digest food and even fighting against viruses. Unfortunately, we tend to kill them by the millions. Next, please. We tend to kill them by the medians by utilizing the antibiotics. Because antibiotics doesn't discriminate between the friends and foes to kill all the microflora present in our body. Symbiogenesis. Symbiogenesis establishes that life did not take over the globe by competitions, but by cooperations. Lynn Margulis believed that long stable symbiotic association between two or more organisms. Margulis organisms. Symbiotic association between two or more organisms can result in novel transformations that are favorable for all of them. Many examples of symbiogenesis are explained by Margulis and Sullivan. Next, please. Either engulfed as prey or invading as a predators or as indosymbionts, these bacteria took up residence inside the foreign cells, forming an organism that providing oxygen that is in vitro for food and receptor. Even though symbiotic operations may help organisms to succeed in the struggle for existence, but natural selection has nothing to do with such origins. Next, please. Actually, this is the endosymbiotic theory of this Margulis. Bacteria also have a remarkable capacity to combine their bodies with other organisms, forming aliens that may become permanent. This is the feature that the bacteria, when living endosymbiotically, after a long time, they became a part of that organelles. For example, mitochondria and chloroplast. It has been believed that mitochondria is of the cyanobacteria. And this is the based on symbiotic theory. The mitochondria is for bacteria and chloroplast from cyanobacteria was experimentally demonstrated in 1978. The endosymbiosis theory of organogenesis gained strong support in 1980s. Next, please. And this is one simple pictures to see that similarity between bacteria and mitochondria chloroplasts. They are similar in their divisions like binary fissions and 70S ribosomes. Formylmethylene is the starting amino acids for protein synthesis, etc. And this is a photobacterial symbiosis because as I've already told that more than 99% of the organisms symbiotically bacteria live in higher organisms and lower organisms too. And this is the example of the photobacteria which live symbiotically with sea organisms like the squid and the fishes. These photobacteria are able to convert the chemical energy into light energy. Like in the case of plant, the light energy will be converted into chemical energy. In case of those photobacteria, the chemical energy will be converted into light energy so that at night they will show glowing. This is also an example of the symbiosis and bacterial sentience. It seems probable that any organism that is sensitive in some way to its environment has a degree of interior experience. Are microfar more sentient than we give them credit for? May single cell organisms are sensitive to physical vibration, light intensity, or heat. Who are we to say they do not have a corresponding degree of consciousness? We should not impose our ideas on nature and should allow nature to reveal her to us. Okay, this is smart, cooperative, communicative. This example of one of the very intelligent bacteria peribacillus cortex, which forms very complex architectural colony in the plates. Peribacillus cortex was discovered by Bailey Jacobs groups. It is a social microorganisms that forms colonies with complex and dynamic architecture. Vortex colonies behave much like multicellular organisms. Such corporations require very sophisticated cell-to-cell communications. They can communicate, prey in packs, and have social intelligence. Next, please. And when they are starved, when there is no more foods, they will even change the morphological structures. This is also the same bacillus. When they are starved, they will form in very complicated colonies like this. Next, please. Bacterial cooperations and communications. Bacteria use chemicals to talk to each other and to non-bacterial cells as well. They have social intelligence or linguistic communications, and some of them hard to understand unless we are bacteria or a devoted bacteriologist. This please. Bacillus subtilis is the next example that changes morphology when they are starved. One of the most straightforward cases is demonstrated by Bacillus subtilis. Bacillus subtilis individuals are growing in a food-poor area that release chemicals into their surroundings. This essentially tell their neighbors there is not much food here, so clear off or we'll both be starved. In response to these chemical messages, the other bacteria set themselves up further away, completely changing the shape of the colony from that one to the right one. Next, please. Cooperations is the key to the bacteria's survival, which requires a highly advanced level of communications. According to Ben Jacob, cancer cells also are intelligent, similar to bacterial colonies. His theory is that if cancer cells are a society of smart and communicating cells, then by disrupting their channels of communications, humans can make it hard for cancers to spread and evolve resistance. Cancer seems to destroy the communications of the immune system or cause it to send false messages. Thus, immune therapy is a big thing in cancer research. Quorum sensing. Many single-celled organisms can work out how many other bacteria are there. One species are in their vicinity, an ability known as the quorum sensing. Each individual bacteria release a small amount of chemical into the surrounding area, a chemical that it can detect through the receptors on its cell surfaces. Pathogenic bacteria often use quorum sensing to decide when to launch an attack to their prey or their host. Once they have sufficient numbers to overwhelm the immune system, they collectively launch and attack the host body. Next, please. And these, after the quorum senses, they will form some biofilms, which is also play an important role. This is also the result of the cell-to-cell communications, and when they will get surface, then they will form biofilms. And before the attack to host cells, they will form biofilm. When they do, the result is most familiar as a thin layer of skin that coat the inside of water pipes. DNA and proteins and polysaccharides. Next, please. Bacteria intelligence. Bacteria are intelligent because, and they show different characteristics. Different bacteria form bacterial cities, munching one another's while cooperating to exploit food sources and safeguarding one another from external threats, such as antibiotics. Similarly, some bacteria move according to the presence of chemical in their environment or behavior, which is called the chemotaxis. The E. coli bacteria shows the chemotaxis. If the bacteria use chemotaxis to find nutrients, to sense the toxic chemicals, pH, etc., and interact with host organisms in symbiosis and pathogenesis. E. coli, for example, move if a few molecules of food are dropped into their environments. This is magnetotactic bacteria is also characteristics of some magnetotactic bacteria. Magnetosomes are there inside their actual cell, which is very small, very specialized nanoparticles, nanoorganisms, nanomagnetic crystals, and bacteria move on the earth surfaces according to their magnetic field. And for this, it's a very small video clips is there. If we can show it, video clips. That to show they move towards the magnetic field. Sampai, sampai. Next slide, please. Next organism, this is Steinmos, the fish arum, polycephalum is also can also perform the very intelligent behavior. Like they choose the shortest way to reach the food. And in this case also there is short video clips. And research have shown can solve the shortest path problem, and they will choose the shortest route through the means. Can you show this? Next week. Next. Communication between human gut and brain through microbiota, the bacteria in our guts, can influence the working of the mind, said Frank Swine. This microscope actively advises food and preventing infection. These tiny organisms may also have a profound impact on the brain too. We can hack our microbiome to make ourselves healthier, happier, and smarter too. The bacterial microbiota in the gut has normal brain development, said John Crime. If we don't have microbiota, we have major changes in our brain structure and functions, and then also in behavior issues. A Japanese research team showed that mice raised with panic or bacteria had an exaggerated physical response to stress, releasing more hormone than mice that had a full complement of bacteria. However, this effect could be reduced in bacteria-free mice by repopulating their gut with Bifidobacterium infantis. These are probiotic bacteria, one of the major symbiotic bacteria found in the gut. And similarly, when the thin mice was fed with lactobacillus, nowadays lactobacillus is found as in the capsule form, these animals have reduced stress response and anxiety. But why should bacteria in the gut affect the brain? There are several different ways that messages can be sent from gut brain. It can be hormones or immune cells via the bloodstream or by impulse along the vagus nerves, which stretches from the brain to intervene closely with the gut. Though these pathways actions in gut produce effects in the brain. Right? Jacques Monod demonstrated the E. coli can discriminate between the sugars, gluten, and lactose. Because this is a very simple experiment the microbiologists always do in their microbiology laboratory. It's a triple sugar iron agar. When the E. coli is grown in a triple sugar iron agar, first the E. coli will choose the glucose. Then after the glucose is lysis is completed, then so the bicycle bacteria could distinguish between the two sugars and then adjust their metabolism to utilize the preferred sugar first until it was completely consumed. When the preferred sugar was no longer available, the bacteria took a certain time to readjust their metabolism and subsequently begin to utilize this rapidly utilized sugar. The molecular biology underlying this discrimination is now well known and serves as the basis for understanding how cells express in protein coding information. Bacterial fluorescences can be seen in the intelligent bacteria like Mesococcus gigantus. And when there is scarcity in food, this Mesococcus gigantus accumulates in a form as called fruiting bodies. In nature, when Mesococcus gigantus swarming cells are unable to find the sufficient nutrients in the interdevelopmental process, in which they aggregate forming raised pigmented mounds, termed fruiting bodies. Yes, so small. That's what my videos are actually. I'm not even getting them finished. It is. Michael, the left is the Mesococcus and the right is having the E. coli cells are there and they will spread as by swarming and they will eat on the E. coli. Then E. coli, once finished, then they will convert into the fruiting bodies and start. This is bacterial altruism. With bacteria exhibit a form of altruism. This is recently known. Some strains of E. coli commit suicide when infected by a virus, thereby protecting their bacterial neighbors from infections because the viruses once infect that will kill the bacteria and spread over some other bacteria in the neighbors. Once the virus will infect the E. coli, they will go through the death pathway and they will kill themselves so that the virus cannot spread to other neighboring bacteria. But they are not putting themselves at risk for the sake of others. They are actively switching on death pathways. The bacteria that activate the death pathway will die. And the conclusion is a plant and bacteria offers direct challenge to view of consciousness, even though without neurons, both plants and bacteria can also display several scientific behavior. Not only unicellular organisms can display cognitive behavior, but also the individual cells in the multicellular organisms display individual cognitive behavior. Gametes of multicellular living entities exhibit intelligent cell-cell communications and chemotaxis. And the formations of biofilm reorganized bacteria under antibiotic stress coordination of mycobacteria and cellular slime modes to lose a complex structure or move as multicellular entities from sensing in bacteria to adjust their one densities and change their behaviors accordingly, transforming endospores to resist heat and dehydration. These are all the intelligence forms of the bacteria, the complicated common morphology of many bacillus. All those characteristics shows the bacteria, which we think simple and small creatures, are in fact intelligent, smart, sensitive, cooperative, communicative, and social with full of consciousness of brain. Thank you very much.
Nice to listen. Maybe listen. Now before we jump to our question.
Give the mic. Somebody can give the mic. Professor Yas.
Madam, thank you for the nice presentation. I have a query for you. That you told in sweet media and equally grow more and eat more sweet. What about the bitter media? Bitter taste in sweet?
Yeah, in today's also, some of these species can grow, not all, but there are some species which can grow in bitter also.
Also, it's established.
Because just we can think, can bacteria grow in this media?
Because I am from Ireland, so we are giving for any infections, we are giving the bitter rocks to kill the bacteria. So that's why I'm asking.
That is particular bacteria. This is pathogenic. We kill by vegetation. So there are some other bacteria which will grow in media.
It was a very interesting presentation, and what I would like to ask is that the human being itself is the focus of so many organisms inside. And your presentation very clearly illustrates that there is so much cooperation within bacteria, it's a communication in them. And does this relationship extend to the body which holds them also, that is, to the human being? That's my first question. And the second question is that no doubt bacteria is very friendly, what we call the mutually benefiting bacteria. But there are also bacteria called the harmful bacteria, what we call the parasites, which is taking all the nutrients from the body, but in return it does damage. So why is that? This is the question. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
The first question is that the human body itself is a person, is actually the carrier of so many organisms, and bacteria is one. So in which case, bacteria is having such an excellent cooperation within their own fraternity and family. Does it also extend to that? Or to which, I mean, it is actually giving them the life, which is actually hosting them. That is a human being. Does it have a relationship? Does it do have a kind of a communication with the cells of the human body, the way it has within the bacteria? That's my first question.
Actually, sorry to give the answers. Clearly didn't understand the question. A second question, I will give the answer. The first question, I will talk to you later. Second, you asked about the pathogenic bacteria. Because it's very basic percentage of bacteria are pathogenic. And about, I think, only 1-2% bacteria are pathogenic. So I didn't talk and discuss about the pathogenic bacteria. Because most of the bacteria colonize and they give beneficial they play a very beneficial role in the goodness of the human beings and other organisms. Those pathogenic bacteria are still there, they cause disease and so on, but these bacteria which present in God fight against the pathogenic bacteria. Like if you bacteria fight against the virus, percentage of bacteria which are pathogenic.
Last question. Sometimes they don't become.
Yeah, these opportunistic bacteria are also there. When our immune system is harmed by some means, we use lots of antibiotics. bodies, the immune system will be halted, and some diseases may be there, which makes the other bacteria which can fight weaker. And at the time there are some opportunistic pathogens like Candida and some other organisms that will cause disease. Thank you.
Thank you, Malabram. Nice and deeply presentations. Now, the last list, we have the two presenters for the same topics, but whether they are here or not, the topic is very interesting. It's the economic origin of heartbeat in mammals. So, presenter are Sonali Bakar and Sonakar Kumar Das. Whether these two presenters are here or not, one thing, if they are not here, and if there are some person who is going to present on behalf of them, we will come back. If not, we can start, now we can go to the other session, which we call IC. Yeah, okay. Welcome. Please proceed.
Good evening. Namaste. Myself, Ajit Kumar Jha, working under the Nepal Agriculture Research Council as a scientist, and I am a professional. I am a veterinary background, and so I am looking after avian species generally. And Dr. Shankar Kumar Das is my professor from in Bangladesh, and so he would not be able to come here due to some administrative problem, and yesterday he just ordered me to present his work. So maybe I could not be able to put as likely as he would have, but just I'm going through his work. So welcome you all, ladies and gentlemen, to the presentation on embryonic origin of heartbeat in mammals, chemistry. There are different things, still science is developing day by day, it is dynamic, but there are few things that is governed by, even scientists believe that few things are governed by something that is that no one can say, no scientist can answer, and so because it is dynamic, so there are different things, and in heart also there are some things that I can show you, that there are few things that are developing day by day, and so this is a mystery. And the projection is very small. So, simple introduction. As we all know, heart is the organ that starts to function first in the vertebrate embryo in the mother's womb. Heart is the first soft part that develops in the mother's womb in the vertebrate. Heartbeat is electrical impulses of the heart that organize the sequences of the myocardial contraction and is important for optimizing the cardiac stroke volume. Usually, heartbeat is produced at the regular interval on the order of seconds. Every second of heartbeat, we cannot live without, if heartbeat stops for 2 minutes or 3 minutes or even 1 second. So it is therefore, the mechanism of production or initiation of heartbeat is necessary to explore. Now, the embryological origin of heart, how the heart originates in the mother's womb. In the 15th day, formation of two endocardial tubes. Two endocardial tubes are formed at the 15th day of gestation. And 21st day, on 21st day, tubular heart starts to form, and 28th day, the tubular heart starts into loops, dividing loops, which separates into 4 chambers with arterial trunk, and at the day of 50, adult heart is formed. Now, these are the cross-sectional view. Histologically, if we cut the part of the different as different day or different weeks, then we can see like this. Week 3, we can see here if we cut the cross section, we can see cardiac jelly-like appearance, and week 4, week 5, and at 8 weeks, it becomes adult. So, in biological origin of heartbeat now, how heart is formed, that was there, and heartbeat after 24 hours after the induction of embryonic heart, HS stage 4 in chick and B7.25 in mouse. These are the stages of heart. So, the induction of heartbeat starts at 24 hours after the initiation of the embryonic heart. Then the pericardic mesoderm forms a primitive tubular heart at 21st day, which starts beating at HS stage 10 in chick, E8 in mouse, and about 3 weeks of gestation in human. That is up in 21st day. These are the cross-sectional view of heartbeat that we already previously slide. So now the bundle of this is the main thing that starts that is needed to beat the heart, and the bundle of his are the specialized cardiac muscle fiber which carries the electrical impulses. Bundle of it begins at the AV node region located at the inferior interstitial septum. Bundle passes into the subendocardium through the right fibrous trigone to the intraventricular septum. And the fundamental function of the bundle of his is the initiation of heart beating. So bundle of his is very important part, and here we can see the structure. This is now there are different theories about how the theories about the origin of bundle of his. So there are some old theories. Different theory came in different time, and different scientists told about the bundle of his theory. And so some scientists said that bundle of his develops from the interventricular septum. Others says the bundle of his is derived from the arterial ventricular ring. Third one, the bundle of his is formed by the AV node, and fourth cells from the dorsal wall of the epipennel contribute to the formation of the bundle of his. These are the old theory. And new scientists, new researchers claim that there are some even new theories. So recent theories are the upper portion of the bundle of his cells derived from the low interstitial septum. The bundle of his specialized conducting cell starts to create a bundle of his that sends the branch of right and left ventricle. And third one is the major conducting pathway originates from the cardiogenic mesoderm, but the SE node may be derived from the neural crest. So these are some recent theories, and all the old theories are very controversial. And so recent theories. So it shows that day by day, as the day passes, some new things are coming up. So science is dynamics, and no one can say that this is the perfect, because there is some chance for perfect every day. And origin of the heartbeat begins at the region of pacemaker. The presence of bundle of his. So here the rhythmicity of the heart is very faster than other parts because there is the presence of bundle of his. And now, how the first beating of heart starts. Embryonic heart begins beating after 21st day after conception, that is 5 weeks after the last menstrual period. And this, because 5 weeks after the last menstrual period, heart begins to beat. So that is a normal use to consider as the date of pregnancy according to medical doctors or medical community. In conclusion, the embryological region bundle of his is considered as the origin of heartbeat, located at the AV node of pacemaker region, which is the proof of presence of life in the maternal womb. In spite of continuous research till date, it is still tough to state the matter one more precisely. This might be the physiological problem hope to be addressed in the near future. Thank you, and I would like to thank the organizer and editors for giving us the chance to attend the conference. These are the references. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Now we have, this is the last talk. You have some questions.
If there are some questions, I cannot be able to, but still, you can say if there is some query.
There is a very like announced because of the delay of this session. We are not going to have the panel discussion. We will have right away concert program. There is drama and also Nata's dance is there and some important events are there. So we welcome all of you to participate. And one question is there. I think. Yeah.
Beautiful paper, really inspiring insight subject, and the last few lines, the last line, this paper is something problem, how to address near future, and with the benefit of the chairpersons of the dais, when we have to stop, there is an answer.
Thank you, thank you. See you. Thank you very much.
Sir, this bundle of faces, there's one small question I want to ask. Is it the first time after the childbirth that the bundle of faces stimulates the heartbeat, or does it also assist whenever it goes on slackening? Because heart is an involuntary muscle, it doesn't need any kind of stimulation. So, but it does go for a sleep over there. That's where the bundle of faces play a role. So, in the absence of the bundle of faces playing a role, that's where we go for a pacemaker. So I would like to know what actually makes the heart go for slackening and what are the frequencies in which does it happen? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Actually, the question was how the first beating of the heart starts. It's not about the whole life, because whole life heart starts beating, but the first beating is the main question. How it starts, it is the science. So the first beating starts, still it is not sure. Still the research it is needed. But first, till date, it is assumed that bundle of is the main thing that starts first beating. Thank you. As I know, but maybe he can tell more correctly. Thank you very much.
So it is a very great pleasure to be chair of this session because very outstanding and very brilliant personalities were there to present and very sophisticated topics. The first speaker was Pulkar Rao, professor, and he really entered a very complex subject since whatever biological system is going on, that is a very complex, non-linear, but whenever it came into the thought process, there is some kind of inquiry there. So this is entangled with this inquiry. That's a very inspiring thing for us. Now, the second speaker was Shishir Rao, who went through these topics, whether the consciousness is neuron basis or not. Those things were exemplified, and he also identified about the noisy and synchronized neurons, and he simplified those things and clarified. Maybe those things are still to be cleared because about the neurons, there may be some other factors which may be contributing for the consciousness. And the third speaker is the Karan Chaturvedi, who spoke about the daily experiences. So since he's the background from psychology and medical, he explained all about it. So that also gave a lot of inspiration for us. And fourthly, Professor Dr. Rakesh Mishra was there, okay, that DNA is not a deterministic one alone. This environment is coming on, it's across again and again. And not only the DNA, its environment, but this non-coding region is also coming in expressions in several directions. So this kind of message is expressed and the presenter was chairman of the head of Central Department of Hydrology, Professor Rajamala. She gave a very enlightening type of pictures, type of microbes, and we have used 18 microbes to be very young, but she made us very to think very positively. And lastly, though the video continued to come, but still he presented this explained about the heartbeating, timing of heartbeating, the heartbeat in which it is expected our brain is located, the heart it is expected that our love is associated, respect. So those things are when we put together, it became a very outstanding information to the audience, and we are very much delighted to hear from all of them. Thank you very much from my side. Maybe Dr. Sasanta Maharaj also like to speak something.
So I think we are in a running short on time. So we are going to soon start our culture program. The students are ready. So we had a very nice session with so many, eminent scientists speaking about from their own experiences, the scientific field. They are practicing scientists, and they spoke their own heart, what they understood. So basically, the scientific critic of science, the session was. So the critic, just sometimes people think it is coming from religious side, but scientists themselves publishing articles like dissecting Darwinism and many such articles. Is it the time to throw out primordial soup theory? So many things are published in Nature and top journals. It is not coming from some religious background, from the experience of their own empirical data that they are getting. So as a scientist, we should not be afraid to propagate the truth. We should not fix to any particular idea. We should go towards that direction where the evidence is leading us to. We should not have a preconceived idea and impose our ideas on nature. Rather, we should allow nature to reveal herself to us, as Professor Mullo was telling. I know this is what Barbara McClintock also, emphasized. So, objective science is not to impose our ideas on the society. Rather, try to understand the truth and propagate the truth. So that is the genuine science. If you try to emphasize your own preconceived ideas, the problems that we are facing in modern time, especially the concepts like soul and other topics, which are very essential topics, because we don't only want the benefit of the body, we also want our own benefit. We got this human body, this human form, and we have a very important responsibility. As an animal cannot conceive itself that how it can do more than the benefit higher than the body itself. So human can think about all those things and how this thing is coming up in science, especially biology, can contribute in this direction. In biology, the biologists can be truthful and try to think in a broader perspective, higher benefit rather than just immediate technological benefit. That's what I can say. This session is just a beginning. I think in future we can get more insights into this topic. Thank you very much. I think shortly we'll start the program.
Painted in here with a beautiful story. It is not an ordinary story, but the story of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in Advaita, present day West Bengal, under a neem tree and then was called Nimai. As a child, he displayed many wonderful pastimes, such as eating plot, playing with dangerous snakes, and even deceiving the thieves who were intended by Nimai Jewelry. Much like Sri Krishna in Vrindavan, he displayed many miracles in Navadvip. As a young man, he became a great Pandit and scholar. Even the Vaishnavas were frightened to event with him. After receiving the Harinam initiation, he started the Harinam Sankirtan movement. The congregation was chanting of the Lord's holy name. Along with his associates like Sri Nityananda Prabhu, he spread the love of God to everyone he met, no matter caste or creed. By accepting the low caste people and Muslims like Harinam Thakur, he has proved that mercy is above worldly religious views, and the love of God is unconditional. His beautiful form was of golden complexion, and his dancing attracted all souls. He melted the heart of everyone he met, including the beasts of the jungle, causing them to dance and chant in divine love. After accepting the sannyasa at the age of 24, he left for Jagannath Puri and towards South India. Even visiting Vrindavan, he spent the last 2 years of his life in Puri Dham, diving deep into the reality of his own beauty and sweetness, stealing the heart and allure of Srimati Radha Krishna. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given the symbolic and most of divine love. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us a very important Upadesha or sermons. His Upadesha are relevant even today. His teachings are universal. One of his verses that attracts everyone's heart even today is Tranadapi Sunichena Tarorapi Saishuna Andreya Kirtaniya Sadahari. One who is humbler than a blade of grass, more tolerant than a tree, who gives more honor to others without desiring it for himself or others, is always qualified to chant the name of Krishna. This is the story of humans. This is the story of humans' emancipation to the grace of devotees of God. Jagai and Madai had taken to the barricades, and there was no looking back for them. If it was not for Nityananda Prabhu, who beseeched Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's grace, they were destined to be doomed, and this act of mercy took place. Ladies and gentlemen, what we are going to present before you this auspicious evening is a play which may portray the predicament of many of us drawn deep in the rat race of materialism. What will save us today is a peaceful panacea of God's sweet name. We see here Nityananda Prabhu and his holy band singing the sweet names of Lord.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Hari Bol. Govinda Madhava Govinda Bol.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Hari Bol. Mukunda Madhava Govinda Gol. Mukunda Madhava Govinda Gol.
Friends, Lord's name is only hope. When people are bereft of peace and happiness, and their heart is filled with all kinds of negative energy, God's name can wonder. It can change the heart and give love of God. So let's sing joyfully and redeem ourselves.
They go on singing.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Just as the band of singers led by Sri Nityananda Prabhu go about singing, there appeared two people named Jagai and Madari. Jagai and Madari, in fact, have taken up with a bad ways, and they have been engaged in all kinds of evil activities.
stop it! What nonsense is this? Do you know what? What are you going on singing like this? Ha ha ha! They are fools! They seem to have no work to do. That's why, brother, they are idling the time away singing. We are singing the blessed names of Lord, which is the most beneficial way to spend your time. You also join us, brother. Sing, sanctify your life. Please come.
Holds him by his hand.
Hey, leave my hand. You don't know who I am. I can break your neck and meddle with me. Do whatever you want to me. Doesn't matter. But for your own sake, please chant the name of Lord. Hey, you may be a grand saint for your followers. For us, we are nothing more than an insect. Therefore, stop and not get in the way of my brother. If we rid you of your all sins, chant the name of Sri Hari. Practice. You are going to come.
It's Nityananda Prabhu with his feet. Suddenly, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in the scene. When he sees Nityananda Prabhu fallen to the ground, he feels angry.
Lord, what happened to you? Who are these people? My Lord, I was trying to persuade them to chant the name of Lord. And one of them hit him. Who hit him? Who hit my devotee? I can't bear anybody insulting or hurting my devotee. It is my duty to protect them. My Lord, this younger and he fell to the ground. I think he did some punishment. Sudarsana, I order you to appear immediately. Come and slay these demons.
Jagai and Madai shivered when they see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
No, my Lord, don't get angry with these people who in fact need your grace. You have taken this avatar not to kill, but to kill demons inside human beings. So please, take them in prayer full of loving grace. Lord, if you forgive them, then I will surely forgive them, because I can't go against my devotees away. Sorry, Lord, please forgive us. We have committed a great sin by hurting your dear devotee. But we did not know anything about you and Nityananda. After having your lesson, our inner eyes have been open with the truth for a long time. Now we must submit by singing our holy names.
They fall at Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's feet.
Let's sing then.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Hari Bol. Mukunda Madhava Govinda Guru. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Hari Bol. Mukunda Madhava Govinda Guru. Mukunda Madhava Govinda Guru.
Sorry for the technical difficulties. Give a quick just explanation of what we're doing. So, the chanting of the holy name of the Lord is the preferred way of spiritual progress in the age of Kali Yuga. This is expounded in the scriptures, the Vedanta and Srimad Bhagavatam, as well as the latest avatar, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, who just came 400-500 years ago in West Bengal. So I'm not by any means a Srila Bhakta, I'm not a pure devotee. I'm not chanting pure name of God. But by the order of my Gurudev, we have to chant the names of the Lord. So forgive me for my Nama Aparad, and forgive me for any other maybe cultural strange things that I do. But I want to express that I am very happy to have this opportunity, and Shanta Maharaj is very merciful in giving me some service. So I will do my best to bring some happiness and joy and chant the Panchatattva mantra at the beginning, Hare Krishna mantra in the middle, and at the end, our merciful Lord's Shri Shri Gaur Nitai. Okay? Can everybody hear the guitar? Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Shri Gadadhara Shivasati Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Nityananda Hari Bolo, Hari Bolo, Gaurani Chanando. 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 Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaurani Chanando. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaurani Chanando. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaurani Chanando. Gaurani Chanando. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaurani Okay, thank you for your time. We could jam all night, you know, we can play kirtan forever. We need to leave some space for the beautiful dancers we have coming up next. And this is a wonderful conference for different people of different beliefs, philosophies, and scientific discoveries come up together. We understand that through harmony of many different practices, we can come to the conception of absolute harmony. So this will change our consciousness, and we can see that behind everything is the all-attractive Lord, which is the substance of reality, the beautiful, and the sweetest conception of love and beauty and sweetness. So thank you again, and Hare Krishna.
नमस्ते, म यहाँकै प्रस्तुत गर्छु र अवश्य प्रियताको नयाँ आवाजमा
You